This is episode 28 of the Allied campaign in Close Combat 5 with Rubber Ducky. Please help support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. To start this one off, it is now June 13th. We've got 508th moving in to take their first uncontested battlefield that the enemy has, but down here in the south, we are getting pretty full. So I have 120th Regiment moving west, and some guys from the 82nd just staying stagnant. And then over here in the east, we are still dealing with contested battlefields, so nothing really changed there. And then we've got a bunch of units that have stacked up outside this area, so I might have to swap 7th Corps Engineers for a different unit. Ideally, I'd like to move 4th ID to the east and 9th Division to the south, but I'm not quite sure. So, doesn't look like anybody spawned there. Nothing else happened down here. And I think everything looks all good. So our first battle is going to be back in Varimesmil. And we have 4th Infantry Division still fighting it off there, but we did get the total victory last time. So we're going to see what we can do against 17th SS in this go. The Big Red 1 is back, and they're supported with Bono in 2nd Platoon and the Duke in 3rd Platoon. We've got our heavy armor over there, and we've got 3 tanks, so we should be able to keep them at bay as they go on the offensive. Alright, so they're going to be coming at us with a whole lot of Sturm Grenadier. No armor, but they are fully resupplied. So they do have everything at their disposal. They got 4 more Martyrs, but they're not using them right now. And then we are going to have an onslaught of infantry. So let's be ready for that. Now we're on the defensive. They are coming from the west, so they actually have some decent cover with all the buildings. In some ways I like it because I did not like the fight in the east, but I don't like that they have all that cover. So I've got Lincoln, Colonel McNally, and the Duke in the north. They're looking south, and I'm hoping that nobody has range on Colonel McNally. Then we've got Garneau. He's going to run for that 2-story building by the bridge in the neutral zone. And then moving down with Rockenhaus, Bono, and Kaiser. They're going to set up shop in that field and that 2-story in the neutral zone. Then 1st Platoon is going to advance to the west and take the large building at the crossroads. And they're going to set up a picket line there to keep the enemy from getting past them. I have Captain York covering the street. And then Captain Brittles down in the south, and he's just kind of watching for anybody to come out of the field in the south on the west end, and maybe we can move him up towards the intersection if they don't occupy the buildings. But that's the current plan, so let's execute it. Alright, it's under control. They're hidden well. Oh, we got runners in the north. Mortars on these guys. Actually, mortars on these guys. Rockenhaus, get over there. We'll go ahead and move up with Bono as well. Mortars out. We got a hit. Alright, we got to get a little bit over that. We do have the mortar barrage. We don't really know where anybody is, so we're going to hang on to it for a minute. Colonel McNally, go ahead and move up. Take that flag. Awesome. Captain York's doing some work. Wiped out that whole team. Alright, maybe move down there and let's put Griff right there. And then let's move the sergeant up a little bit. I wonder if we move Zab into the building where Griff is. Uh-oh, we got runners up top. They're going to get to us before we have line of sight on them. Kaiser can't see. Get on defend. Defend. I think even Bono just get on defend there. We got runners in the south coming up on Vinci. Captain Brittles is messing him up. Oh, he's being mortared. He's damaged. I missed that too. I'm kind of glad I noticed this because he 100% would have died. We've lost 2 men inside the tank, so let's get him out of there. Go north. Go north. Contact close. Uh-oh, Colonel McNally is in it. Alright. That's under control. And then as we get Captain Brittles out of here, we'll lose that cover down in the south, but that was a problem. They have a mortar somewhere. There it is. You see it? Let's do it. Mortar barrage on that. I think even drop our mortars there. The mortar right now is our biggest threat for our tanks. I think we got a hit on it. I want him over there supporting the fight on the west, but I can't get him there without going right up to him. Garneau can't really see him. We could take Captain Brittles up and around the long way. There we go. If he keeps creeping up here, there's going to come a point where he's too close. All right, let's move the sergeant down here to take Captain Brittle's position. He can hold the flag and then make sure that nobody else comes down that way. We got this under control. Let's move all these units forward. So I think... Hang on, where are you going, dude? You're going the wrong way. Oh my god, he's still being mortared. Get out of there. He's combat ineffective just because he can't drive, and they mortar him wherever he goes. I don't know if we ever got their mortar, but we're still getting mortars dropped on us, so I'm inclined to say no. Griff, kind of see them. Zab, engage them. Bono's almost there. All right, so back to our guys in the north. Like I said, I wanted to move them up. So let's get the Duke right there, and let's go down to this little bush right there for Lincoln. Yeah, Rockenhaus has no line of sight there. We can try and push up across the street, but I don't know if they're in that 3-story on the corner and they'll see us cross. All right, we're down to 1 round. Just spend it. Oh, we got some more runners. Hit these guys. We did get a kill. All right. Vinci only has 2 left. They're taking a beating right there on the front line. Can we get Captain Brittles? I don't know. Do we go up and around? It's like long, but I guess he goes up here, and then we'll try and squeeze him past and down the street. Let's move Captain York up. I want Captain Brittles to be able to shoot south into that 2- and 3-story building on the west side of the road. I kind of feel like if we get Captain York shooting in from this side and Captain Brittles from the top, that's the end of it. We got runners right here, or crawlers maybe. Oh, we got a random hit. All right, the sergeant, you are kind of out on your lonesome right now. You didn't get there early enough, so now we're in a bad spot. Colonel McNally sees something in this 2-story right there. Go ahead and spend your ammo there. Let's move Lincoln down to this building. Oh yeah, they're right on top of us. And of course it's the Sturm Grenadier. I think we're going to have to peel Zab off to get some support over here as well. I think the sergeant is going to have a very bad time. Smoke here. We're going to make a push into that 2-3-story building right there. Let's see. Bring this tank down. We're going to expose our rear armor. Hopefully that smoke does it. Uh-oh, we lost the sergeant. We almost had it too. We got another team behind them coming in. And there's a recon. All right, we got 3 teams down here. We're counting on Captain York. I kind of want to get him further away from them. Let's see if we can get that recon element that's creeping up killed. And then now we've got Zab looking south here. Bono, you're going to go... Actually, wait, no. Rockenhaus, you go first. We'll move Bono in tandem, so we'll wait for Rockenhaus to catch up. Good kills. All right, let's do it. Okay, recon. Back up. Okay, lots of people inside the 3-story. Go ahead and shoot at them. Okay, and it's a total victory. So the charge was all it took to break their will to fight. But we got the total victory, and that's what we're looking for. We killed 32, we wounded 27, they killed 9, and wounded 4. I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We struggled here for a long time, so we'll take more of that. All right. The sergeant was wiped out, but had a bronze star and 2 kills. Griff had 9 kills. Zab had 4 kills, and everybody made it. Vinci's got 1. Kaiser has 1 as well. Bono has 6. Garneau had no kills. Rockenhaas got 1 kill. Lincoln has nothing. DiNapoli has 2 kills. The Duke had no kills. Colonel McNally had 15 kills. Way to go. And Captain York coming in with 7 kills. Captain Brittles had 4 kills. I almost let them die. Captain Torrey had 3 kills. First platoon leader was wiped out. Sturm Grenadier, no kills. Grenadier, no kills. Recon had 3 kills. Recon had 3 kills. Second platoon leader was wiped out. Sturm Grenadier was wiped out. Sturm Grenadier had 2 kills but was wiped out. Grenadier, no kills. LMG, no kills. Third platoon leader was wiped out. Recon was wiped out. Mortar had 2 kills. Engineer had 2 kills. And LMG had no kills. Okay. We are going to be heading off to Chateau De Riviere. We've got 49th Engineers from 7th Corps holding on against 91st Division. If we can't make a difference here, we're going to have to switch battle groups. All right, we've got the DC battle group. We got Superman, Batman, and Green Arrow. I've switched Nightwing from a machine gun to a bazooka because we've been struggling to get the tank kills. I also had to reinforce this battle group. So for the enemy, they've got 2 H-39s, a T-26, and 2 light ATs and 2 infantry guns. They're kind of picking some weird stuff, but all right. We are trying a little bit of a different strategy here. Last time I got kind of cut off by the tank, so I'm going to assume that there will still be a tank in the north. I have 3rd Platoon towards the north, but south of them, and I'm hoping to be able to draw the tank down to the south and suck them in. I still have most of my forces of 2nd Platoon in the chateau, and then I've got 1st Platoon tucked down in the south. As much as I want them to be able to be closer to the flag, I'm going to assume that the tanks are going to be somewhere, and I don't want to be crossing that field until we know where the tanks are. I don't know if this is going to work better or not, but we're going to try something different. In a perfect world, the tanks will come in, we'll drop them with the bazooka fire, and then we'll have free range to just move across the field and pick off infantry as we see fit. They do have all those AT guns and infantry guns to worry about, but I'm less concerned about that and more concerned about the mobile armor. So we'll see how this kicks off and see where it puts us. Okay, 1 tank east, 2 to the north. Guns are split. It's not ideal. We're going to keep the infantry hidden for now. Maybe try and hit this with the mortar. But we want to suck those tanks in. I know that the infantry and the tanks are going to capture flags. We're going to assume that we'll be able to recapture them. I'm not going to go after that kind of stuff. We're going to try and just drop these guys first. All right, we're going to have to open up on them. tanks are not coming down and we're facing infantry first. So I think, can we get both machine guns? Yeah. I don't want the tanks to just kill us, but they're getting really close. Who knows? Maybe this will draw the tanks to the south. Okay, kill, kill. Another kill. Alright, hide. We'll just save the ammo for a minute. That one guy is okay. More runners. I don't want the tanks to queue in on us. Like right now, we're still kind of hidden to them. They're not engaging, so we'll take small little bursts where we can. Alright. First platoon, I think we're going to sneak them. We're going to have to start maneuvering towards the AT guns. Come on, mortar. We're going to sneak first platoon up there. But do we wait until we're fully engaged maybe, so that way the AT guns are focused on the chateau? Oh, we got a runner. Let's hit this guy. Nope, no line of sight there. What? How? How did you lose line of sight? Oh, he's moved. Alright. Speedy, it's on you. There we go. Perfect. Nope, hold. There we go. Uh-oh. AT gun didn't like that. Mortar's almost here. See if once they've got line of sight, if we can actually get some good shots, because those other mortar rounds were just terrible. The tank is getting close. We did get a good kill at this range last time, but I don't know. Like, kind of wouldn't mind taking a higher probability shot. Plus, I would like them to all just start moving down here. Like, see, the second tank is coming down as well. I don't want him to stop up there. So we suck these guys down here so we can get multiple hits. Gordon can see that, but doesn't have effect on this range. We might have to just send it with Nightwing soon. 70 meters is about as good as it probably gets. Uh-oh, we'll wait for the other side of the tree. No way. Seriously? He stopped behind the tree. Okay. Well, we won't make that mistake twice. Let's go ahead and hit the T-26. Both of you guys engage. Oh, wow. One shot. All right. That's kind of a shame. I should have just let him hit the H-39 from the beginning. Ugh, so annoying. That gun's still just moving. I can't believe they're pushing that gun across the map.
Team redeployed.
All right, let's reposition, see if we can get a better angle on that tank. Now we have clear line of sight to this. Let's see if the mortars will be more effective. You guys get rested, though. They're winded right now. You know what? Let's send it. The infantry's getting close. Tanks are getting close. We can't wait for that, so we're going to get overrun. We need to try and drop those guns so we can maneuver. Let's try that shot. I really, really wanted to wait. Okay, H-39's immobilized. I wanted to wait, but they're going to force my hand here. That's not dead. Really? Okay, we got some infantry kills in the gun, but the gun is still standing. That was a horrible miss. Drop the mortars. Both, like, the tank and the infantry are in the effective zone, so, like, I think we just hope to get some kills here. Let's pull him back. He's out of bazooka rounds. Still no line of sight there. Airstrike is open. That tank up north is shooting at us. It's only a P-51. It's probably not going to matter. We probably should have spent it on the infantry. But that tank's our biggest threat, so we'll see. Dude. Yep. Like, total waste. Like, I feel like the air support needs to be either something you choose or it needs to be uniform, right? Like, it's always a bomber or it's always a gun strafe, but, like, it can't be just like a roll of the dice.
We're busy.
Alright, we gotta pull you out of there. He's lost 2 men in his team. No line of sight. Dude, why'd you reposition? Get back in the tower. Yikes. Uh-oh. Speedy is unconscious. We are taking a lot of fire now, all in one spot. We are not getting effective hits here. We're down to 3 mortars left. I'd like to drop one of these. It won't even let me send the last 3 rounds. So annoying. Like, I don't care if you think you can hit it. I still want you to send it. Don't shoot at the 2 guns that are in your line of sight. But yes, spend your last rounds on the other gun that you can't actually see. That's reasonable. Almost there. Speedy. Dude, you gotta get conscious and get out of there. Alright, let's get... I don't know. Let's go there. Try and get a totally different angle. Oh my gosh. Come on. We need to put some rounds on those guns. Flamethrowers are getting close. Not really effective. There's an obstruction in the way. It's the bush, I think, or the tree. So, Nightwing, there we go. Send it, hit the tank. You're not suppressed. They're not even shooting at you. They're shooting at Speedy. Alright, we're doing it. We're crawling up there. I hate it, but we're going to have to crawl right at the guns. We got runners. Speedy. Dude, get out of there. Yeah, you can't shoot. Crypto, do your thing. Hit the Sturm Grenadier. Uh-oh. Panzerschreck, very close. Now, somehow, we had effective line of sight, and now we can't see the tank. I don't understand. Oh, this is so dumb. There needs to be a little bit of give, right? Like, hey, this tree's 1 meter in my field of view, but I know what you want me to do. I'm just gonna sidestep, like, 1 time and hit the tank. Oh, we've got madness going on. I actually kind of thought that all the guns might make it a little simpler because they're less mobile. But no, they're not making it easy at all. None of the tanks are going to come south. The one that's in the north hasn't moved. This one's immobilized, and the other one's dead. So I don't know if we're going to have to move our bazooka from down there. I don't want to make them do the marathon across the map, but they might have to. That's not a lot better, but he might be able to get a shot off. That flamethrower is getting awfully close. Speedy, you're injured. I need you to do better. Kill them. Alright, Crypto. Crypto actually has good line of sight there. Uh-oh. Flamethrower's coming. Move up there. Everybody target the flamethrower. Dude, they think they're busy. They think they want to keep their heads down, but when you get burned alive, you're going to regret not taking a few shots. Alright, they have a platoon leader that's getting very close. Maybe we can hit that with grenades. Now we don't have line of sight on the tank again. Oh my gosh. This is how it's going to end. Oh, he's charging. He's in there. Alright, we're getting torched. Speedy, hit these guys. Sturm Grenadier in the open. Crypto, do the same. Robin. I don't know. Robin can't really help. Let's get 3rd platoon on the move. Tank is distracted. Let's go... I don't know. Let's go west. We're going to have to do the long wrap. If we rush it, tank's going to just gun us down. Platoon leader, hit it, hit it. Alright. I'm thinking... Nope, no line of sight, dude. Come on. We're going to have to risk it and send Nightwing out there into the field. Get around the trees. Maybe? Nope. Dude, that tank stopped at just the right spot. It can see us, but we can't see him. Can you guys please kill the guy right in front of you? These guys are doing fine. These guys are doing fine. Alright. Nope. Thought maybe they would stop shooting at us, but they will not. Alright, we're getting close. I'm gonna pull Supergirl off. I hate to do this, but we're making the marathon run. We need to try and get a bazooka in position because Nightwing's gonna go YOLO it out here on the top of the hill. Let's see. Where do we go? Like out here? Try and smoke. And smoke grenades from the mortar. Oh, that was too far. Alright. Keep crawling. Smoke out there. And there. And there. And there. Alright. All the smokes. More smoke. Keep moving. Maybe try and get a little bit of concealment from the guns on the right. Alright, the terrain is masking the vehicle. There's like a elevation change or something that's causing us to not be able to shoot. And I'm gonna lose my mind with these guys. How did... Wow. That gun really made it all the way over here. That is wild. I mean, he's been on a mission. Those guys have got to be exhausted. They've been pushing that thing for 200 meters or something. I don't think we can get that close. I don't know what that is. A bush or something? There's like something there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The tank's tracking us. Hide. Okay. I don't think the tank can see us, but it's totally looking at us. We're in a pickle. Alright. Keep crawling, I guess. Just little bits at a time. And same over here. We're getting closer, but I think we need to go east. Stay behind a little bit of the foliage. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Oh, he actually got the tank. He targeted the tank first. And he hit it. All right. Try and get the gun crew. Come on. Get them. Get them, please. Oh. All right. He got the tank. He didn't get the gun, but still, it was a valiant effort. I like it. It's okay. All right. Lois Lane. Wow. We just took one. All right. Run west. You can't shoot. Run east. Try and split this. Get them queued in on Lois Lane. Everybody targeting the gun. We are making the charge. Get up there. Yep. You guys are going to draw some fire, but this is what it's got to be. What? Lois Lane's low on ammo. You haven't done anything. Oh. Okay, so major American victory. Dude, Lois Lane hadn't shot the entire time. How are they out of ammo before they arrive? Whatever. So, yeah. Still no progress. Looks like we killed 16, we wounded 12, destroyed 2 tanks. They killed 6 and wounded 6. It was an okay battle. It was scary. It looks like Superman is coming out of this one with 2 kills. And then Lois Lane, no kills. Jimmy Olsen, no kills. Supergirl, no kills. Crypto has 7 kills. Batman has 8 kills. Robin has no kills. Alfred has 2 kills. Gordon has 1 kill. Nightwing got the 1 tank kill. We appreciate it. Green Arrow has nothing. Tommy has nothing. Diggle again, nothing. Felicity got 1 kill. And Speedy got 6. Alright. Alright, H39 has 6 kills. H39 has 1 kill. Infantry gun has none. Flamethrower has 1. Panzerschreck has none. Second platoon leader has none. Sturm Grenadier has none. Reserve Grenadier has none. Infantry gun has 2. LMG has none. Third platoon leader has none. T-26 has none. Light AT has none. Light AT has 1. Mortar has 1. And that's all of them. This still didn't go well. We dropped 2 more tanks, but they have 2 more to draw upon. I'm going to need to make some adjustments in the next fight here, but the first battle and second battle were played a day apart. So I saw a tip in the comments, and I do want to try it, but I'm going to have to wait for the next movement phase since I'd already done it yesterday, or I guess for you guys when you watch this 2 days ago. But until then, we're stuck with another stagnant fight. If you enjoyed these battles, leave a like. Comment down below if you have any other suggestions, and let me know if you think it's time to swap battle groups here. I've been avoiding doing that because I don't want to give up the terrain I've seized, but I'm also not making any progress now. I could also be more aggressive and just try to push them hard. I could do something like make a ball of infantry around the chateau, wait for them to push, then as one large force, try and drop their armor and make an aggressive run or whatever on them and see if I can take some more of the flags. Let me know what you think of that. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.